Hello, YouTube. So, Minecraft. I have a theory about ancient cities. Now, I hate the deep dark, but ancient cities, I will turn it on peaceful and loot. Yes, I know I'm a bitch. I get it. But, here's the thing. This is basalt. You can only get basalt in Minecraft in the nether. So, the theory here is how did the wardens get the basalt unless they went to the nether? Because there is no basalt in Bedrock Minecraft in the overworld, right? I know there is IRL, you can find basalt, there is no other dimensions IRL. That's besides the point. In Minecraft, the only way to get basalt is in the nether. That means the wardens would have had to gone to the nether. But the weird thing is about ancient cities is most of the passageways through here are too small. Most of them are too small for wardens. Like this one's big enough for a warden. Hold on. I'm still, of course, playing Minecraft. I have to actually play Minecraft while doing this recording. But the thing is like these passageways over here. If I'm not wrong, the warden is bigger than 2 blocks. He's like at least 3 or 4 blocks. So who are these passageways for if they weren't for the wardens? What were the wardens building those passageways for? I think it's piglins. I think they're the ones that have the battle axes or not axes. They're the new ones, or yeah, it's the piglins. All right, hold on, let me Google this. I didn't Minecraft piglin. Yes, it's the piglin. So the piglins, I have a theory, is were the warden's ally in the Nether. The piglins were in the Nether already, so they were the warden's ally, which would also kind of makes you think if the bastions were either main bases for the wardens or if the if like if they built with the piglins the bastions, because the bastions do kind of, well, I know they're very dark and colored and whatnot because that's all you have in the nether, so but it's still a thought though, like what if the bastions were helped built by the warden, and that also, and then the wardens in the overworld would build infrastructure for these piglins to come into the overworld and get what they need for supplies in the overworld. Now, given I don't know what that supplies would be, given by how there's nothing anywhere in the bastions or anywhere on the piglins that would suggest that they use anything from the overworld in the nether, but it's just a theory. Now, I will say the game theory part after the video or after the rest of this explanation. But it's still just a thought, right? Because all of these walkways all over the city, they can't contain the people that would have lived in the city, right? And then also, the warden is blind, so why would they need lights? That's loud. I didn't know those were still there. But why would the warden need a light if the wardens were blind? That doesn't make sense. A blind person can't see light. They only see, well, not even darkness. They don't see anything. And also, how would the wardens fit inside of the redstone rooms that are under the, what everybody likes to call the main portal, which might have very well been at some point a portal with this theory? Because it's very portal shaped. It's I don't know where I'm going. I think it's over here. I don't know. Y'all, everybody who's played Minecraft and been in an ancient city knows what the portal. Oh, it's right there. But they know what the portal looks like, right? It's big. It's shaped like a portal, and it could very well have been at some point of time a portal that only the wardens knew how to light. And under the portals, there's a bunch of redstone. Those redstone rooms are too small. So what if the piglins were experimenting with redstone? before the warden population went extinct and their city collapsed, and then they were no longer able to maintain the portal, and then the portal broke. So, which would render the piglins no more access to the regular world or the overworld where they can access redstone. Because again, that's got to be some kind of portal, right? So that just got me thinking when I first saw the polish with salt is these wardens had to have gone to the nether at some point. And then again, as I've said, everything here is pointing towards a smaller 1 by 2 block life form that lived here. That being most likely piglins, one of these most intelligent creature or things in the nether, which would also explain the skulls, because that is no way a warden skull. And I know it says skeleton skull, but that's also say that could be the skull of a regular player. Piglins are pretty much just humans, but turned pig. So they would most likely have the same skeletal structure as a human, since they look like human or Minecraft players. Which could very well be a piglin skull from the remaining piglins that got trapped here when the warden's city collapsed. Now, of course, I'm keeping these because they are really cool and could be used for massive decoration. But it's just a thing. It's just something to think about, especially these pathways up here. These are for sure too small. So again, there had to have been something. Villagers wouldn't make sense because while there is theories of villagers back before Minecraft players were around, were like super good and super intelligent, or like the ancient people, ancient Minecraft people that were around. But if wardens are so hostile to players now, what would have made them not hostile back in the day unless there was some kind of massive war, which that war also could have been the very reason that the warden's city collapsed and everything went to hell and their entire civilization crashed. So there's a lot of theories around this place, and I just might have made a new one. I don't know. Somebody might have already made this. Um, but yeah, it's just really weird that there's all these super tiny pathways, and a warden is really big. So there had to have been some other life form in the ancient cities that were working with the wardens to make the wardens and that other life form want to build stuff like this. So it's just a thing to think about. And I know that you could also technically use these over here, well, I think they're called traveler stations or something, where like travelers or ancient archaeologies or something built and like stayed and whatnot with the campfires and all the wool and make sure the wardens didn't hear them. Like this could have also been something close and like related to ancient Minecraft players or villagers and whatnot, but it just wouldn't piece together all the way, right? Like who knows how old these ancient cities are? They're called ancient cities for a reason. So there's a lot that we don't know about this that I don't think Mojang is answering or giving enough clues to. Because there has to be a massive chunk of this lore that we're missing. So that's all I really wanted to say. Yep, it's just a theory, a game theory. Please don't sue me.